Hello, this is Grandma's Gone Gaming. I'm bringing you episode 5 of my Let's Play of the December 2015 Minecraft Hardcore Challenge by Michael Deering, Trapped in the Nether. And here I go back in where I left off with episode 4. I was going to try to get out and about, but wasn't able to because of the ghasts that started coming in, and I'm building some walls out there to kind of prevent them from at least taking down my home. And I was able to combat them somewhat, although I did lose some health, but I have come right back up, and I have food. And it looks like potatoes have grown to maturity here. Let's see. Anyone else? Anyone else that would like to be picked? Not yet, evidently. No more carrots, but I had 2 carrot plants come to maturity, and I took some of my seed potatoes, which obviously my other ones are growing just fine, so didn't need those, and made some baked potatoes to sustain a little better. Okay, now, so how many do I have in there? 2. Since I am trying to be 6, very thrifty about this, I'm going to only put 8 of those in there and cook them. All right, and put that away, and I'm going to get out here and get my walls done a little better. And this is why I made this ladder, because that way I don't have to worry about hitting that pig. Okay, and we have another tree that has grown out here, so I will want to be harvesting that sometime soon. My goal right now, my main focus, is to get this filled in here and make a wall where if I'm in here at all close to my trees harvesting them, the guests maybe can sense me from outside, but they can't see me, so they can't attack me. That's my main thing right now. And this is my wall over here, so I will have to like make a door out of here also. And that's where I want to go, right there. Go ahead and fill this in. I don't like getting stuck. I'm going to fill in some of the holes out there also, because when I was attacked by the gas this last time, I got stuck in some of those holes that he dug with his blasts, and that kind of put me in a bit of a disadvantage, more so than I would have been otherwise. So I want to be careful about that. Put out these flames. And I'll have to be mining some more of this netherrack. Actually, I think I'll go ahead and just take this layer down here, rather than spend time filling it in. Okay, that'll give me more to build with, and I want to make nether bricks anyway. So, yeah, take care of that. Clean up the playing field here a little bit. The battleground, I guess you should say. Guess I should say, rather. You don't need to say that. Okay. Probably should put a little bit of glowstone out here. I'm not sure if I want to waste that. There's probably enough light. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and go on back with this to make more stuff, more building materials. So I don't know how much I'll be able to get done in this episode, but there's actually, there's nothing planned that I have to get done. And I suppose I should hope for a little more excitement, maybe a few more ghasts to fight off, but I really don't hope for that. I would much rather they would leave me alone, thank you very much. But I know that's not what makes exciting videos. Not that I ever have very exciting videos. I'm much too quiet of a player, I suppose. I'll go right to here. Make myself a boundary here. Yeah, I wish that I could pick up the quartz with a wooden pick, but I don't think I can. I should actually try it before I end up having to, I suppose. Oh, I'm going to have to move my right leg, and it is not going to be fun. Okay. Sorry. Last 3 days, that hip has been really bad. And I'll be sitting just fine, and then all of a sudden, I have to move, and it don't like it. It just does that periodically. It doesn't do it all the time. Arthritis hurts. Okay. Especially when it's rheumatoid. Well, I suppose not especially, but more unequivocally, I suppose I should say. It's going to hurt. It's going to be there. Anyway, regardless. Okay. Wonder where this goes. No, I'm not going to go down from there. Oh, look at that. Score. Okay, don't use your pick, silly. Alright, didn't expect that. I know there's some more that I'll be able to pick up out there on the boundaries, but I haven't seen a whole lot of stuff yet, so I know where the one small place is, over to the right of my home if I'm coming out the door. And then there are some out through the back door that's over back by where the area where we came in. But other than that, I'm not sure. I was going to pick up buckets. You know what? I think maybe this might go down to the lava down here. So oh, hello. More stuff down there. So I think I'll go get my buckets. Oh, here are mushrooms. Mushrooms are good, as long as I can find some red ones. I'm not worried about food, though. I have plenty of food. Look at that, more glowstone. My goodness. Yeah, should be all right away from guests right here, but okay. Oh, there's another piece over here. Oh, and more mushrooms. I'll come back for these other things later. The quartz. Oh. Okay. Alright. Where do I want to go back now? This way? No, that's where I just came out of. Here we go. Up here. Okay, there's a passageway over there. And there's a passageway underneath where I thought I could get to the lava, I think. And this makes things a little bit easier to fight the ghasts out here, I think. Not so many things to stumble over. Alright. I need to look for day 6. Need to get up another layer here. Layer. Oh, I'm getting those words confused today, and I don't usually. That's interesting. There. That makes it easier. Yeah, that's a good sized tree. That's a really nice sized tree. Had plenty of room there, right up to the roof. Or ceiling, I suppose. Arr. One more row here. And yeah, I'll have to put a door in here. Probably right here. Maybe actually closer over this way. Through the wall. Right there. Yeah. Right there. How far out can I reach here? I can climb up in the tree. It helps if I don't use my dirt. Precious dirt. Precious value on anything is really figured, I think, by what you have to do with it. You know what I mean? The value of dirt may not seem a whole lot until it's something that you don't have a great amount of and you need it. Okay. Take that one off. Oops. Oh, helps if I hit the right key. So I am a typist from way, way, way back. I started typing when I was in 6th grade. My dad brought home a typewriter from the dump that he had saved because my mom did secretarial work for other people when she could get that work, and also she worked for the state of Alaska. What am I missing here? No, I got it all. And so he found an old Underwood typewriter at the dump, which just had some bent keys and bent key brackets. So he brought it home for her and was able to. He could fix just about anything. He was a cabinet maker by trade, and a carpenter, and a fix-it man. Living in Valdez. When he passed away at age 54, which my brother also did, we got so many cards and letters from people saying we will really miss Frank because every time that I had something go wrong with my house, middle of the night, 5 below zero, whatever, it didn't matter, my dad would go. And then when we lived out in the country, that didn't happen a lot because people couldn't get in touch with him. We didn't have electricity or phone out there until a couple of years before the big Alaska earthquake, which was in 1964. So although my friends in town had, let's push you out the door and I'll go put a door in here, had electricity and phone all the time I was growing up, but we didn't. You don't want to go out. Okay, fine then. We were just out in the country, so we didn't. And in later years, we had a generator and had some electricity. And anyway, so this typewriter that my mom had that Daddy brought home was a standard typewriter. There were at that time just beginning to be electric typewriters, but they weren't common, and they weren't all that great. So probably whoever had thrown away that standard one and it was all bent up and everything had decided they would get one of the new electric wonders. And so we ended up getting it, and I had it to practice with from the time I was in 6th grade. Wait a minute, I thought, okay, there we go. I typed on it and learned. My mom taught me how to type correctly with the QWERTY method. That's not what I want. And so by the time I got into school, then we couldn't take typing like they do now in grade school, but I took it as soon as I got into high school after the quake, when we got back and we're back in school after the fall of 1964. I began to take typing in 9th grade. And I have just never looked back. I love to type, love keyboarding. It's always been one of the loves of my life. I am dyslexic, and I learn things much, much better by typing, for one thing. Once I type it, I usually have it committed to memory. So it is something is very dear to my heart. And now that we have computers, of course, um, computers are my thing. I build computers. I make my own. Have for a very long time now. I fix other computers for people. I'm not in any way certified or anything like that, but I love working with them. They're something that have always appealed to me, and something that I do well and enjoy it, and have enjoyed computer gaming for a long time as well. Did computer gaming. We had our first Apple IIe, and there were a few little games on that, but we had an Atari. We had one of the very early ones. And there goes my hip again. And then we had, I think, 2 later versions, and then we went up to Nintendo. And then once the kids started getting older and they started learning how to type and use the computers and stuff, then we just skipped to PC gaming pretty soon. We didn't have enough money to do both, so we kind of went that way. And there is a ghast out there. At least now he cannot see me in here, so I'm pretty darn safe in here. So anyway, what I started all that with to say when I started all that about my typing is that I have never gotten used to using the roller ball on my mouse like that, like the rest of you, most of you seem to do. Although I will find myself rolling it sometimes when I don't want to. But I'm pretty quick about changing from 1 to 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6 like that, because I am a touch typist. So when I want to use my axe, I always keep my tools in the same spots, so my axes are in 2. Sometimes you'll hear me saying 4, 4, 3, 3. That means remember where your tools are. So yeah, if you hear me doing that, it's not that I want 4 of anything that I'm after. It's just that that's where I need to go. It's like, okay, I'm going to need my pickaxe, so I'm going to need 1. So I'm going to need 2, I need my axe. And sometimes I'll get my fingers on the wrong keys if I've been running for a little bit, because obviously the WSDA keys don't quite line up when you're typing numbers. Maybe not obvious to you, but obvious to me. And so I have to remember to get that little bit off kilter to do what I need to do. So yeah, there you go. A little bit of jabber to fill the time while I'm harvesting yet another tree here. And making wood. But I did get my wall in there. All right, let's get. That was 5, by the way. I generally put the things that I'm looking for, that I'm going to be using other than my standard ones, into my 5 slot, except for when I don't have any shovels and they go into my 4 slot. I do need to probably make a few shovels, or else make use of that slot for something else. Oh, apple! Yay, apple! Perfect timing. I need to eat that. Okay, I'm still looking for day 6. All right. A couple more trees down. Let's see if those will just go ahead and, if that one will give me another sapling there. Okay. All right, looking good. I think I'm going to put a little bit of light over here in this corner. So it looks like the pigmen are going to probably spawn in here. Well, whatever. If they do, they do. I still have my ladder to get out up there. I think I'll go ahead and fill in some glowstone up here also, just for some extra light. Okay. All right. At least I'm in. If I make it into here, I'm safe from gas. I should probably make another door. Okay, it is day 6, and I will see you back in episode 6. Sorry you can't go out. I just shut the door. If you were a villager, you could figure it out yourself. Ha ha ha. Okay, bye for now.